everybody, this is Randy Santel, Atlas, and this video was filmed on Tuesday, March 31st. We just finished up week number 11 of my 12-week Sexification 2020, which means there's just 1 week left to continue our weight loss domination. For those of you who have not seen already, we are unfortunately postponing our proposed Spring 2020 tour. My Further You team is working on the new plans now. I'll update you all once everything comes together. Either way, have no fear, there are still many more food videos upcoming. Thank you so much to everybody who watched last Friday's video, all about the importance of maintaining a positive and motivational home environment. Now it's time to talk about the second home and away alleys, where you may find yourself eating, drinking, exercising, and even sleeping. Home alleys for bowlers are where they spend most of their time, or they feel most comfortable learning the basics and developing their fundamentals. Second home alleys are those places that bowlers go sometimes, but they don't spend nearly as much time there as their home alleys. They have a basic understanding of the lane conditions, so they can usually perform pretty well. Because they don't bowl there nearly as often though, there may be a level of uncertainty that can cause them to not feel as comfortable and in control as they feel at their home alley. This can tend to negatively impact their level of consistency. Food and nutrition wise, my second home alleys, places you'll know, are like Subway or really any other sandwich shop, or Chipotle or Qdoba or any place like that. I know which sandwich options or burrito bowl options I can pick, and even the toppings and everything like that I will enjoy, but I will still be able to stay on track towards my goal of achieving a striker spare for the day. I don't personally prepare the food like I do at home, but I've got a pretty good understanding of what all goes into the production of it, and I've been there so many times that I feel confident and comfortable that I can make smart and effective choices from their menu. Fitness-wise, my second home alley is Planet Fitness. As a bigger guy who loves free weights and spinning, Planet Fitness does not at all cater to my kind. I have the membership though, because there's locations everywhere all over the United States and Canada, which is awesome for when I'm on my tours. They have similar conditions at pretty much every location, and while it was very difficult in the beginning, I've been to so many now that I know how to adapt my program so that I can still get an effective workout. Second home alleys are those places outside your home where you're still able to feel comfortable and confident that you can make good decisions and perform well. You probably have some of your own, you just have never thought about them in that context. Be sure to use those places to your advantage. Now let's talk about away alleys. Away alleys for bowlers are those places they've never been to before, they haven't been to in forever, or they just haven't been there enough to get a comfortable grasp of the environment and the lane conditions that they're bowling on. They start out with an uncomfortably high level of uncertainty, which can tend to throw them off track and hinder their performance. If they're not allowed to warm up a little bit beforehand, their first game is probably not going to be their best. Really, this is self-explanatory, but for us, our away alleys are all those places where we eat, drink, exercise, and even sleep, where we're unfamiliar with the conditions. A lot of us can perform well at our home and second home alleys. It's the away alleys where we can really get thrown off track. You all know the Mike Tyson quote, "Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth." Away alleys are where you can really get punched in the mouth. If you're one of the few elite people watching this video, first of all, thank you, but you've definitely heard of my phrase, win before you begin. That surely applies here in helping us overcome away alleys so we can still stay on track and achieve our goals. Just as most experienced bowlers have multiple balls that they can use depending on what situation they're in, you can win before you begin fitness-wise by having multiple workouts that you can do depending on what you have to work with wherever you're at. For most people traveling, especially those who don't travel for work, a lack of exercise is usually not because they don't know where to go or what to do. It's more often than not because they're struggling with actually keeping the commitment to do something. Veering off track exercise-wise is one thing, because fitness is just recommended. Nutrition is required, and it's at away alleys where our food and drink choices can really take us into the gutter. If you're trying to lose weight now or you've tried to in the past, how many times has it happened where you've gone to a restaurant, party, or some other get-together where you had full intention to stick to your plan and stay on track, but then something happened to catch you off guard that influenced you to throw all those plans right out the window and veer yourself right off into the gutter? There are 3 points to discuss to help us win before we begin with our food and drink choices at Away Alleys, and the first one was actually talked about in week 3's video. We all go to Away Alleys for different reasons, and first things first, decide whether what you're going to is a split situation. If it is, follow the advice that's given in that video. If it's not a split situation, then your goal must be to completely stay on track, and there's 2 ways to do that, both helping you prepare beforehand. A bowler can prepare before going to an away alley by asking around and talking to friends who have been there, or getting on the bowling alley's website and social media to get a better understanding of the environment that he or she will be bowling in. This applies exactly to those people who struggle with their food and beverage choices at restaurants. In this internet and social media world, there is almost no excuse anymore for showing up to a restaurant or a diner without knowing exactly what you want to get before getting there. Unless it's something that you just really want and it is worth it to you, don't let yourself get caught off guard by a special or some pretty picture on a menu. Look up beforehand, get their menu, figure out what you want that will help you stick to your goals, and get there and then choose that option. No exceptions. This is especially easy to do if you order takeout via the restaurant's website or phone app, which we all have to do right now until all this stuff settles down. After gaining enough experience, bowlers develop setups and motions that they use depending on the situation to throw their strikes and spares. So can you pick a few different menu options that are available at most of the places you go to that more often than not help you stay on track? For me, one of my go-to options is a grilled buffalo chicken sandwich. You should never fear or frown upon having to go to an away alley because you don't trust yourself or have confidence that you can perform well. Win before you begin and prepare yourself beforehand so you can show up to that away alley comfortable and confident that you can perform and dominate and fully enjoy the experience. All right, it's time to talk about how week number 11 went, and it went well. I made some progress, so I was happy. Still having problems with Stacy. As you guys know, I talked about it in last week's video, but because of everything going on, the Stages factory in Boulder, Colorado is actually shut down right now, so I won't have the power pedal part that I need until probably late April. So that sucks, but it's definitely a first world problem. I'm still able to ride Stacy and make do by connecting my heart rate monitor to a different app to kind of know how much work I'm putting in. So my rides are still okay, I just don't have my power readings or anything like that. But because of the shut-in and being home so much, I've been walking pretty much every day just to get out of the house and get some exercise. So looking up here, you'll see that I got 1 or 2 bits of exercise every day of the week. I stepped on the scale yesterday morning. I was really happy, like I said, 308.9 pounds. So down for the week number 11, still awesome in making this kind of progress, but down 4.3 pounds, and then for the 11 weeks total, I'm down 65 pounds. So 1 more week to go. I'm already off to a good start, gonna keep on plugging away. We'll see what happens. But thank you guys all for watching this video. Hopefully you found it thought-provoking. If you haven't watched last week's video about home alleys, be sure to watch that too. But I appreciate all the positivity, encouragement, and support. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, this is Randy Santel, Atlas, hoping you guys always, always, always win before you begin. Thanks for watching. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll.